Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee.
And of course, Sunny.
And Sunny. Are we feeling the love tonight? We should be. It's still Super Tarot Love Month. We're still giving away love readings. We love you all. And also, we're doing a special live stream tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Called The Love of Your Past Lives. Do join us. I know there's been promos up about it. There's one on our community page. So 7 to 9 p.m. tomorrow if you want a love of your past lives reading.
Cool.
And I know tonight we have a birthday reading, which makes it even a happier event. Woohoo!
Happy birthday, Carl.
Boy, it's been crazy here, though.
Yes.
Our tree outside is severely damaged from an ice storm. Our son lost power, and along with 500,000 at least other people.
There was even a fire in his yard, too.
And an explosion. But the house is okay. Everything's okay. And the good news is we just got word that the energy company made it to his house.
I mentioned it in the comments.
Shock of shocks. I am so happy. I've got my phone nearby in case he...
Because it's going to be pretty cold tonight here.
Yeah, it's going to go down to the teens tonight. I'm so sorry for everybody. I know not everybody is going to be able to come online tonight. There were over 2,000...
Yeah, it might have been... I'm not sure what the explosion was. The transformers...
It may have had something to do with the tree branch hitting the live wire. We're not sure, but the wire came down. It sparked a mini fire, and then soon after that, boom. And then the fire went out by itself. So,
there have been some transformer explosions in our area due to all this falling trees, ice stuff.
But we, fingers crossed, still have power. Some people are still losing power tonight because the winds are high. And some of the weakened tree branches are coming down. So.
All right.
So, all right. Hey, Carl, what is this I hear? We're going to be on the big screen doing Carl's birthday reading. I am so excited.
I better freshen up.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Wouldn't you know I get a cold sore. Oh, my. All right. So we're doing the birthday gift spread for you, Carl. Happy birthday. We're going to get started right now. Do you want to use the deck or shall I?
Have you got one in mind?
I could use the owls.
Use the owls.
Okay.
Yeah, Kara knows what we're talking about.
We were privy to one once when he lived in the little city of Hamtramck, Michigan. There was a house across the street from us where one blew, and wow, I remember that blue-green eerie glow. It was really creepy. All right.
And we're using the Owls Tarot?
We are using the Tarot of the
Tarot
Owls.
of the Owls.
Beautiful artwork by Elizabeth Alba. I do love her art.
Right.
Carl would know too, right? About the fire stuff being the electric. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not up on all this stuff, but I really worried about him.
Okay,
All right,
so
Carl.
first card.
The first card is the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most out of this year. And we're off to a good start here, I feel, with the Judgment card upright.
Yes, it's Judgment upright.
So, I think the gift from last year was in some way, Carl, you have transformed yourself. You have rejuvenated something. You have reinvigorated, restarted maybe something in your life. And it's something that was necessary.
It's also, too, that maybe you responded to a call, the
right.
trumpet there, like something just sort of awoke in you this desire to do the things you did that have brought you now to this point.
Is this about completing, your studies? Is very possibly, this is a time, that heralded a necessary transformation, a shedding of the old skin to bring in the new. And you can use that this year or from last year to make the most out of this year.
Literally, it represents an ascension. So you're going upward, you're moving places.
I like it. All right. The second one is the gift of the present moment. It's the Page of Cups upright. Woohoo!
I like it. The gift of the present moment is that throughout all of the trials, tribulations, whatever, you never lost your sense of an innocent spirit, of a poetic spirit, of a person that had a mystic sense of being, philosophical. All those kind of things are contained in the Page of Cups. Very sensitive to nature, very sensitive to people's feelings, really has a great poetic view of life.
The gift of the present moment is that you are at a point now where you can really enjoy your life more. I feel this is the beginning of times of happiness and joy for you, a time where you can really explore creativity, creative projects, using your imagination, developing your intuition if you like, whatever the case may be. Feel free to dream and dream big.
I like to think that the pages are certainly sort of beginning points too. So the gift of now is you can begin into whatever you want. You can literally choose. It's a cool card. Number 3.
The gift from your connections with others in the year ahead. Okay, I like this in a way. Now, Carl, I don't know what you do exactly, but are you kind of independent or work on your own?
This is the 3 of Pentacles reversed, by the way.
Yes, the 3 of Pentacles reversed. But I had to ask that question because, this often indicates someone who might be better served that way. So, your gift from your connections with others, well, I could see this as a twofold gift. I could see this, number one, as, you finding, that you work better independently with others. Your lessons of working with others will teach you that.
I know, I'm thinking who wants to work with damn people?
Or the other thing is, it's
others.
possible that you might be you have the opportunity in this year ahead, trying to pull people together, trying to create a more cohesive team. It's the gift of your connections with others will bring in the year ahead.
Well, it is interesting because the card talks about whether you work with others or not, depending on upright or reverse. And of course, I'm just saying that it sort of looks to me like you've realized over the course of life or whatever that you work best on your own, and maybe that's just because of what you had to work with.
Okay.
I'm just being a little silly there.
Now, I brought it closer to you. Sorry about that. It's better there anyway, as it turns out. Card 4, the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams and goals. Well...
It's the reversed Wheel of Fortune. And that would be like saying, really realizing that there are so many secular things going on in life that just because something has a downturn now doesn't mean you should abandon things, just go in another direction. Sometimes you have to stick with things and watch that wheel come back around.
I almost feel when I look at this and I think of this position, the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams and goals is that it is the gift of learning how to do, right timing for things. So I feel here that, you will learn lessons in how to time things, or that everything has its right time. And there might be a couple of missteps along the way. You may need some things that happen, at the wrong place at the wrong time to make you realize that, and that you'll get and understand more that timing is everything.
Well, anything aside, business, work, etc., being able to capitalize on upturns or downturns would be a handy skill. Knowing when to pull back a little bit because things are changing, or knowing when to expand.
So the wheel here is basically saying that, what will help you is what you go through during times of difficulties, during times when the wheel is not spinning in the right direction and things don't seem to be going your way.
Noting the pattern, I guess.
Sensing the patterns, understanding what you did, what went wrong, why it happened, why it seems like fate is against you. All of this will be taken in, and it will help you propel you forward in a more positive direction. The gift from your spirit guides or ancestors, what do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year? Card 5. It's the Queen of Cups upright.
Oh, I like it. The Queen of Cups. The gift of your ancestors. Maybe there's a sense here really of being able to be kind and also to know all of the emotional sympathies with people that you have to work with. It's sort of like the power behind the throne. Sometimes, they say behind every great man is a great woman. This isn't talking about a woman so much as just saying that sentiment of empathy, really being able to relate to people, understand them, and also to want to project kindness and maybe that flow of kindness.
They want you to always keep in mind to be kind, be beneficent. You can get further, with a kind word than a gruff word. They want you to, to be sympathetic, empathic. And, I can't help but feel when I see this card here, Carl, that maybe there isn't somebody maybe from your maternal line that might be guiding you here in this regard. It's just a feeling I have.
Well, the other thing, too, is of course, your birthday makes you a Pisces, and the cup cards tend to vacillate more towards water signs and their sensitivities. So, ouch. Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Finally,
the final card is the gift this year ultimately gives to you. What lessons will you have learned, or what progress or growth will you have achieved by year's end? Wow.
I hope it's good.
Would I say that for a bad card?
It's the Nine of Pentacles, and it is a wow. I'm not sure if I can get to stand up here. I'll just put it there.
Okay. I was going to say, is this a place that could have stand?
No, I won't stand against that, but go on.
Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, Carl. I don't even know what to say other than, it seems like you're going to have a comfortable year. I feel that this year will be one of comfort for you, one of achieving what it is. It seems like you have everything you need or want this year. And I think the gift of the year is to enjoy it.
Right. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody that enjoys what they have. And the suggestion is always that they really don't need anything. So what this lesson, that this gift ultimately teaches you, is that no matter how successful you truly are by any meter, your own or others, you really are going to enjoy your life. You really are going to feel you have a sense of contentment. What are you doing?
The bad boy was pushing my buttons and almost blocked someone.
Pushing your buttons?
Almost blocked someone, or
Oh my God.
No.
So it really looks good. It really says that, the whole year just really, the benefits of these gifts really kind of shape you and guide you and really tell you, where, your strengths are, as well as, the very minor things to watch out for.
And I think, I chimed in on the Nine of Pentacles, but I really talk about the lesson here. I feel like, what is the lesson of this card? The lesson of this card is just to really make sure, all work and no play is no fun, Carl. Make sure you enjoy what you so have earned in this year ahead. I think that's really the lesson.
Be the helper, but also help yourself to some fun.
Wow, sounds like a great year to me. And this reading will always be up here in our archives.
Well, if you can find it, yeah.
So you can always check back on it later in the year if you would like. Okay, good reading, and I hope you enjoyed that, Carl.
All right.
Happy birthday.
What's up?
That would be it.
Okay.
We're on our list now. All right. And it seems like it's a little bit of a shorter night again. Where are our peeps? Where'd they go?
I noticed Karishma has
Hi,
joined
Karishma
us.
came, and that Karishma will be added, I'm sure, is already.
And Angel Mary is up. What influenced my love life from my past life to my love life now? Well, that's an interesting question. I'm going to use my Tarot of the Ages, which focuses a little bit on some ancient cultures. Maybe it'll give us a little clue.
I'm going to boot out of here for a minute. I'm going to get out of here for a minute. I need to see something.
Hi, Angel Rivera.
Angel Rivera, good to see you. We just got through with the birthday reading, Angel. And by the way, we never did the card for the collective.
I know. I was wondering why you weren't.
I guess that was me, so excited about my son's good luck. But I will do one. I will do one after this reading.
Sure.
I wanted to see if I had a particular spread here, because that sounds very...
Angel wants a spin.
Angel Mary?
Somebody else is saying it, but we didn't even ask or offer, so should we?
Well, offer it. I'm
Angel Mary, did you want to spin?
kind of busy at the moment.
We're just a little bit out of sorts, didn't have the card collective. Oh, heck, we'll just spin for you, Angel.
Okay.
Earth to Banshee.
I really wanted to see this reading, so if it
Loopy,
tied...
yes, Loopy.
Why don't you spin?
I am, but I'm also keeping up with the chat.
I'm trying to find out something here, and you're messing with me, Mr. O.
And it was death, so not the winning spin. Okay, so all you have to do is just wait for Banshee to shuffle the cards, since I already
I want you
have.
to look at Mary's love life from my past life to my love life now. Okay, I just want to check a special reading I had about past life and love, but it didn't quite fit your question.
Why are you cutting when you haven't shuffled?
I shuffled right in front of you, and I passed them back to you. I just didn't cut them.
Because you kept going back and forth. Where's that button? See, if you're going to go off script, you have to totally make sure that I'm
I tried
off
to get
script
you to
with
understand it was important, Mr. O.
If you say so.
Let's go. What do you got?
Okay, Angel Mary. So the first card is the King of Swords. It's upright. Then we have the reversed Seven of Cups. And then we have the reversed Page of Cups. Polly, want a Lenormand?
Maybe. I don't know yet because, well, Well, I guess it is about the love life now, so yes,
Hi,
I'll
Libra.
do it. Hey, Libra. All right.
A salad for dinner.
I meant to have a salad tonight. Okay. Another man.
So there's the child and Mars, which is possibly a man or an inquirer or another person or possibly yourself.
Well, the way I see it, it might be that it would influence your love life from your past life to your love life now. I feel like in your past life, you may have had issues, maybe I could look at this two ways. You may have had difficulties making decisions. Now, I understand the King of Swords is here, and that sounds... Hey, stop it. The King of Swords is here, and that he's going to get timed out. The King of Swords here, and that sounds really good. But the the Page of Cups is what's bothering me a little bit. I almost wonder here if it was hard for you to make choices or decisions in your past life, or perhaps maybe this is saying you were a little bit too choosy. Now, I know that the Seven of Cups is reversed there too, which is about decisions. So in other words, you got the King of Swords here, you got the Seven of Cups here, but then you got that Page of Cups there. And I just feel like maybe your heart confused you a lot, when you were trying to reach decisions and choices. And that maybe sometimes you settled for people who were maybe somehow, less than you deserved, or you settled on people who were somehow less than you deserved.
I'm wondering if a decision was made for you, like it was an arranged marriage, and maybe you were very much younger and you were forced or put into a marriage with another person, and so you don't have a sense of your agency sometimes, or maybe that's what carried over, was the idea that you didn't get to decide, it was maybe decided for you, and maybe you weren't very happy about it, but you sort of accepted it as a position of life that you had to occupy. But that's the impression I'm getting from the cards.
Well, in past lives, they don't have to mirror present lives, but
Sure.
Arranged marriages were possibly even more common. I mean,
Sure.
Depending on the culture.
I wasn't really putting that into the present. I was just saying that was from
Well,
the
it's
past.
about how it affects the present life, too. And I'm not sure I really covered that per se, but what I think it might say to me about your present love life is that maybe this affects your decision-making process where romantic situations are concerned. It's something to be either you're looking to be swept off your feet, or possibly that you might be allowing yourself to be swept off your feet by the wrong kind of person. And it could just be because of this past life.
Well, the idea that I was trying to say was that whatever that was in the past life, if it was arranged or just decided for you, maybe the carryover is that sometimes you doubt whether you have your own sense of agency to decide for yourself. I'm not saying that you absolutely do, but maybe those feelings are there.
I just saw somebody on Twitter who made this point, so I'm just going to say it to you, Angel Mary. I'm going against the grain a little bit on some of the cards I see here, but it's because it just came to me to say that the way I did. And sometimes that's just the way it is when you're using your intuition with tarot. It's not always reading the cards at face value, it's what you feel. And I know Mr. O does some of that too. I'm a little bit vacillating here because of this. I always second guess myself a little bit by saying, Why did I say that? What made me say that, you know? But I have to trust my inner voice on this, so I'm going to go with that. I like what Mr. O said,
Thank you.
too, as a possibility here. It's possible, too, that even in this arranged marriage scenario, you know, the inability to be able to choose, to make your choice is what's affecting you in this lifetime.
Even if it wasn't an arranged thing, it was something where maybe you weren't able to really decide or express yourself. So there could be other scenarios where that could have happened. It's still the same effect from how I'm looking at it.
You know, this might also indicate that maybe you have a real standard that you expect from somebody you're going to date or be with.
Okay.
And you expect people to meet that standard, you know, and it can, you know, sometimes limit your choices as well. So there could be some of that indicated in these cards too. So that's what we say for you, Angel Mary. Good luck with that.
And I see that Violet Ann and Mr. Maurice have joined us.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how
guys.
are you? I hope it was in that order.
Yes,
Okay.
I tried to do that.
Thank you.
So I'm on the Lenormand this time.
And I'll be doing a reading for
Kara.
Could It Be Kara?
Could it be Kara?
Hi, Kara.
I'm cuckoo for Kara.
Oh, Mr. O. I don't know what to do with him, Kara.
You're welcome, Angel
Feel
Mary.
free, Kara, to put him in his place.
Many have tried.
So is this your question? It's about the dream?
Yeah, you mentioned that dream a little bit upstream here. Let me see if I can find that. There. Well, that sounds like a dream you wish would come true,
So are you
right?
going to tell me the dream?
Oh, you mean you couldn't scroll
I
for
did
yourself?
not scroll up again.
Okay, she had a dream that there was she was looking in a mirror, and you'll get this. John Wicks was standing oh, you do get it. Okay,
Go on.
was standing behind her. She said Keanu Reeves, but
Yes, yes.
I didn't know if you were culturally.
Oh, jeez.
And then he snapped his fingers, and she grew little wings or something like that, and flew away. And she was scantily clad.
Goodness. Shuffle.
Well, sometimes
Oh, wait, you don't shuffle.
sometimes dreams are wish fulfillment. So, hey, who doesn't want Keanu Reeves, you know, and want him to snap his fingers and sprout wings?
I didn't do the reading for the collective again. And by the way, Kara, did you want a spin of the wheel?
Oh, I'm so glad you're remembering.
The last minute. All right.
Mr. Maurice, you sent us another donation. I missed it. Thank you.
Oh, I thought that was you writing that. It was Violet. Whoops. I am off my game.
Yeah, you are.
Well, justice is the card, so you did not win this time, Kara. We're not going to do it on our Friday live stream, The Love of Your Past Lives, but we will be doing it at happy hour and on Sunday. So you can try again before the month is up.
Yes, Mr. Maurice did send us a donation. Thank you so much. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
Mr.
that.
M. Oh, I see it's Violet. Thank you, Violet, for getting that. I don't know why I'm looking at it. I assumed it was him that replied.
No, I just saw that Violet had mentioned that, which meant that we missed it on screen because there's an on-screen animation. We missed that. So sorry. But we love getting the donations, so thank you.
So what about this dream? This is really interesting.
Okay. 10 of Cups.
Here's some hunky guys.
John Wicks. No, it's
The
the
chariot
chariot.
reversed, so
The chariot
wings are
reversed.
taking you down. No, I'm just kidding. And, uh-oh.
Thanks, Violet. And then the reverse Knight of Swords. And we get a lot of him lately, don't we?
We do.
So over in Lenormand department, it's the stork. So that's the wings, right? Those were really stork wings, not dragon wings. And then
That's wings.
Love Story, Wings is Wings, the book. Huh. So basically, if it's...
I've got it.
Okay, go.
Well, Kara, I think the dream is saying that true happiness and joy can be yours, if you really start moving yourself towards it. The Chariot's reversed here. What's stopping you from it? I guess you have to find that out. And I think it all stems from what?
The question was really whether the dream meant she was moving to the dark side.
Oh, moving to the dark side? Is that what you wanted? This does not look... First off, that dream certainly didn't sound dark to me.
I wrote the dream down wondering if my dark side wants to come out.
Well, oh, my goodness. I think not.
Chariot reversed?
No, I think your dark side's kind of... what I think it's indicating then, since he just burst my bubble, I had this total meme I was going to go... Look at him. I had this total meme I was going to go with.
But when you're wrong, I have to point it out.
But at any rate... The Chariot reversed indicates to me that I think your dark side is kind of, maybe it's not so much trying to get out, but it needs attention. It definitely needs attention. It's stuck, and you see, it might be acting out a little bit there with the Knight of Swords reversed. True happiness, really, and joy could be yours. I think the light side needs to, come out more than the dark side. And also here, I feel that, change is coming. I think through this dream or other messages that you might be receiving, and maybe it even comes from a book. Maybe this light bulb or this intuitive flash will come out through something you are reading or studying, but change will occur and change is necessary. I feel here that the dark side just needs to come out of the shadows, but not necessarily you're turning to the dark side.
Well, I think the clues here say you're maybe more likely to just kick up your heels with someone who's a little bit on the dark side. And so maybe there'll be, like...
I guess he can spin it that way.
A new friendship or more, hey, love story, most popular, love story in my generation, Ally McGraw. But, so I think that the happiness in the Ten of Cups is really talking about maybe either you embrace the aspects of yourself that are dark side a little bit and realize that they are worthy of love too. It's just a part of you. It's not really necessarily your dark side. Ask me about dark side. But that's what I think it is. I think the dream is just saying maybe to embrace it in its own way and to realize that it's not going to hurt you. That's why it was Keanu Reeves.
Well, let's look at this here. We've got the Chariot reversed, and what do we have on the Chariot card? We have the light side, and we have the dark side. So to me, it's indicating, something's stuck, something's clogging the wheel, something's out of balance. And I think with the Knight of Swords here, it's saying be careful how you handle that. With the Knight of Swords reversed, be careful playing with knives, Kara, so to speak. And realize that, getting them both in balance is when true harmony can be achieved.
But the Chariot reverse could also be saying that you need to find the opportunity to really advance yourself in that, that maybe you're holding yourself back in some respects. So it's really about you finding that inner motivation, realizing you can step up to this. I keep hitting my elbow on that.
Do I need to move over a little?
No, you don't. It's where I put the table.
Okay.
So step up.
So no playing with knives.
No playing with knives.
Shadow knives. Okay. But change will come. Change will come and it'll be beneficial. Maybe the fact that in this dream you sprouted wings and flew, that's and the stork is here indicating that change, that it is coming.
I have flying dreams, and they're always kind of bewildering because it just seems like I'm not quite doing it right. So if you were doing it right, I commend you. We have liftoff.
Good luck with that, Kara. And we're on Fiber Magic.
Hey, Fiber. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to use the Uncommon Tarot for that one.
And I'm going to have the Common Cat.
Who coyly sits in front of you.
And takes my shuffle space and do my Lenormand. Sorry, I'm misreading things today, questions, etc. It's been an up and down day. I've been worried about my son, but I really hope his power got restored. That would be so awesome. I'm amazed at the speed, but I really think we didn't have as much problems in our side downriver of Detroit than others have had. And so maybe the crews are finishing up what they have to do here so they can go help out elsewhere.
Well, how long have we been here? About 14, 18 years even?
We've had a couple outages, but nothing really long-term.
Nothing really long-term, yeah. Excuse me. Where'd the card go?
No, our last longest-termist one was when we lived in Hamtramck through that tornado.
Oh, well, that was
and that was 6 days without power.
That was like 30 years ago.
Not exactly, but 20 is more like it.
Call me a liar for 2 years.
All right.
Okay.
I have my Amazonite here because I'm keeping it here, wishing my son good luck and hoping they can fix this problem tonight.
Okay, the first one is the Star reversed. Then the second one is the Upright Knight of Swords. And then our last card is the Upright Emperor.
Hey, I'll answer that in a minute, Jess. We'll get you up to speed, but not at the moment. Hang in there. And then we have Mr. O.
Just a minute.
No problem.
The Whip.
God, those are hard to read.
And the Book. I had no problem this time.
So is that the Knight of Swords again?
Yes, it's the Knight of Swords.
And what's on the side
the
there?
The Emperor.
Emperor, yes. That other one.
Is the Star reversed.
Oh, yeah. Emperor and Star reversed. Go ahead if you wish.
Yeah, he's fine, Jess. Thank you for
I will
asking.
go into that in a minute.
I know you will, but I can do it too.
Everything is fine.
So you're wondering if Spirit has some sort of message for you about an estranged aunt who's been on your mind. And I get the feeling she's kind of facing life on her own terms. That's the Emperor and maybe the Knight of the Sword. There may be something that she is working on. I don't know if it's like an immense goal or battle or undertaking for her. That's the Knight of Swords. But the Star reverse seems to indicate maybe that her disposition is a little mixed. And in the image, it looks like a semi-naked artist throwing cans of paint to see what sticks. And I get this idea of frustration here, with it reversed. Maybe it's frustrated the other way around too, because it just sort of seems to not fit the idea of the star. But I'm wondering if this is saying that there is something maybe affecting her sense of hope or optimism. Maybe she is in some sort of fight or battle. It could be a metaphoric one. but she's facing life on her own terms to some degree, or she's proud enough to want to. I don't think it would mean that you don't have, you shouldn't reach out, because of course I see the love story there again, and the whip. And of course the whip talks about speedy actions perhaps. And maybe this is saying that it is time maybe to check in with her.
Well, I'm getting a bunch of things here, and I'm not sure what to go with. But I think, Fiber, this estranged relative, is this estranged relative older than yourself or around?
It's an aunt, I believe.
What? Okay.
An aunt.
I kind of feel here that...
Okay, it says a relative.
Okay. I thought I didn't see that. I kind of feel here that with the star reversed, I'm wondering if she's undergoing a little bit of a health thing going on. Sometimes the star can be about that, or it's something that has just made her feel very, like maybe reviewing some things in her life with a little bit of remorse or regret. The Knight of Swords here is but see, the reason I was going with health is I kind of feel like the Knight of Swords is indicating she has kind of a major decision, that's affecting her life in some way. And that's why I thought when I saw that star that it was indicating health here. The Emperor is a positive to me, though. Is like she's mentally and spiritually, I think she's tough and she's handling it. But, maybe this is why she's coming up to you. Maybe you're getting a message about this. I don't know here. I kind of wonder with the book and the whip, so I know you're estranged, so there must have been something that caused it. Something, maybe an aggressive argument, a lot of anger perhaps. Oh, okay. So, you went against dogma, right? Yeah.
Hi, Ramandeep.
So, maybe there's some regrets about this or something, but she feels as though, maybe the reason you are sensing her is at this time is maybe, you're noticing she's at a weak point right now. But I would suggest to you now with that information that, she may not have changed her attitudes much here. It might be her spirit is reaching out for whatever reasons, but, or maybe there's somebody else, some other ancestor is reaching out and nudging you about this, She might be going through a bit of a health crisis. So I don't know if you know anything or...
no, she doesn't have contact. I was getting the health thing more from the Knight of Swords in the sense that there's a battle or a fight she has to win, and I was just sort of gestalting that there. So I hope that's not the case. But it doesn't look like it's a situation where you can necessarily reach out directly to her. You might have to, talk to somebody who knows her.
Yeah, you might have to, if there's anybody else in the family who is, talking to you and treating you like a normal human being, like we are, maybe you'll have to do it that way and just, how is so-and-so doing? I've been thinking about her lately, and find out what you can. But I don't think much has changed here. I just see that, and I'm not getting a good vibe off of that. So,
yeah,
that's what I think is underlying it. But and to me, it would almost seem like another ancestral spirit or something would be doing this. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's what I see for you. Good luck with that. I'm sorry about that. We both have had our rifts with family due to
that thing.
And coworkers sometimes when
yep.
it came out at work.
A close relative said, "Mr. O, I love you, even though I know you're going to hell."
Well, and then again, I've had some family members who are willing to just look past it and treat me, like a person and not bring it up. But, then I had some that did not.
All right, so we're on Isabie now.
Isabie.
Hey, Isabie. Did you write us yet?
I don't know.
I'm looking. I don't think so.
So we had a major horrible ice storm here, Jess, and our tree outside is damaged. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Our son lost power in a rather dramatic fashion, and 500,000 people were without power, and the temperatures are going down into the teens tonight. So we were really, really worried about him. But mysteriously, with all these power outages, they got to his house tonight. There is a complication, though, and he isn't sure they're going to be able to do it or not.
I did that.
Okay. You did what? The complication?
No, DTE. Get over there.
Oh, get over there? You did it? I thought it was my lucky...
Well, he's only
Amazon.
10 minutes away, and he knows he can come here if he needs to. So, you know.
The power outage is very bad, Angel. I cannot believe the damage is caused. There are at least, and probably more, there's probably more than 2,000 lines down. And it's affecting, like I said, probably 500,000 to 600,000 people now. So...
Isabie's here. Go ahead and do the reading for the collective that you never did while Isabie's working on their question.
All right, we'll do that. I've got my signs of the time.
Okay,
oracle
we will do a general for you then, Isabie, if you don't have a specific question. But Banshee's going to read the collective reading that we've been missing for.
He's just trying to focus me, and I think it's hopeless tonight.
I don't know. I might be trying to focus myself. The signs of the times. Yeah, we're going down lower after today even.
For a couple days and then it goes up again. But a lot of people will be without power till Sunday or Monday. And it's just sad. You want to shuffle? Wait, no. I will have you pull one. You shall pull it, Mr. O.
Okay, here's our belated card for the collective. Chance.
Didn't we have that before? I
don't
love it,
remember.
though. I've
Chance.
had it somewhere before. It's a gambler's dream, isn't it?
Yes,
Hey,
it
where'd
is.
my book go? Oh, it's behind the card up there. Why, thank you, sir. What number is that card?
19.
19, my birthday number. Chance. Sometimes it's necessary to take a chance, and other times the risk is not necessarily worth the reward. The dice represents taking that risk, whether it be a calculated one or one taken out of necessity. There may be many unknowns right now, but doing nothing is not an option. Weigh all your options, determine what makes the most sense. If you're unhappy with the current situation and it's not serving you, now may be the time to bet on yourself and walk away. Alternatively, there could be something you've been working on that requires perseverance to see the fruits of your labor. The card encourages you to take chances in a way that fulfills your ultimate desires, and it also asks a question: what risks are you willing to take? You'll never know what will happen if you roll the die until you do. Take a risk on something you've been considering. Beware of impulsive decision making. Make a choice. Seek answers from within. Trust your gut on this, and it's times to take risks, take chances. Trust that, because what do you got to lose? If you don't try, you lose, okay? But if you try, you have a chance.
If you want to, you have to pay in order to play.
You have to pay in order to play.
I knew there was something. Okay, let's get on with Isabie. She wants a general reading. We're doing a general reading for her. Oh, January 8th. 1/8. Wait.
You are a Capricorn.
Well, we know that.
Like our sun. What? The Lenormand?
No, I'm doing the Lenormand.
Oh!
Trying desperately to keep you on track.
Well, I had to do the one deck, so I thought you were doing your cards. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey, see our therapy cat? Did you see
Right,
him?
just suffocate myself on it.
Be like therapy cat. He's sleeping right now.
Okay, but you know what? I could be like him when he's not sleeping. You know, like when he's scratching at you and you don't like it. Stand by!
Boy, this is bicker night. All right. I'm sorry. I'm ready now.
And so am I.
And can you believe this? It's another sword. There's the Page of Swords. All
Well,
right.
last week was too many pentacles. This week is too many swords.
Well, not in our cards of the day, though.
That was the Page of Swords.
Six of Pentacles, upright.
Pentacles.
Speaking of the Pentacles.
These cards have a tendency to wash out easy, too.
Do they?
Look at
And speaking of the Pentacles, another page. Money.
Fish. Child.
And this is just general. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Of course it's going to hurt if you're sitting on my wand. All right. You know what, Isabel? I think this is a time for you to look at your finances. Look at your resources. That Six of Pentacles right in the middle is calling at me right away. And I kind of feel here that it's saying, you know, you got to make sure that what you're, you know, that the money, the cash flow is even. You know, you're not getting yourself into hot water. That Page of Pentacles reverse could indicate that maybe some unexpected expenses might be coming up. And, you know, you may have to think of trying to, you know, I wonder if it's a repair or something, because it looks like here you may have to try to maybe negotiate a deal with someone. You know, I see that Page of Swords there, and I'm wondering there if it's about, you know, some type of negotiations or trying to get a loan or whatever the case may be. Just make sure whatever you're doing financially is truly in your best interests at this time and that you're not getting your head above water. I feel here that little by little, things will start improving for you financially in the weeks ahead.
Well, it's kind of weird because we don't know a lot about you, but I get a feeling like there's something that connects you to younger people that you may be related to. It might be that you want to mentor them or that you have mentored them, that maybe there's somebody, a child in your own family, maybe that this might be an opportunity for. I don't know when it's happening. I sort of feel like it is something that you are giving of yourself to do this thing, and I feel it's connected to younger people, the child, but also the pages represent young people, and I feel that it could represent, like I said, an idea of instructing or guiding them, somebody maybe who does need a little guidance. So that's why I feel like it could have been a relative or somebody who you may have concern about, but it does seem like there would be more finances involved depending on where this could ultimately go. So that's what I think.
Well, that's what you think. Whatever the case may be.
Very different from yours.
It's very different from mine, so I'm not going to comment on his. It's just what he felt. So, you know, I think that Six of Pentacles in the Page to me is what I'm seeing. The Page of Pentacles too, going hand in hand here with a cash flow issue of some sort. The Page of Swords can also indicate to me that, you know, just make the wise choices and decisions. The page isn't so much about decisions, but it could be maybe
handling
how you manage it, how you handle it, and how you think about it, you know, what you need to do. And I think that when I see the child, yeah, I see why you said the mentoring. I think when I see the child here, though, I'm thinking, you know, slowly, things gradually will start improving again, you know, especially if you're mindful of it, especially if you just, you know, try to make sure everything is in balance. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Hi, Jano.
Or I should say, that's what I have for you. Mr. O had something else.
Karishma.
Karishma's up, but I'm looking at something else if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I missed that comment, Angel. That is funny. Mother Nature tossing temps around like Powerball numbers. True that. It has been just simply crazy. And I just found out what I needed to know.
Okay, Karishma asks, the next 3 months with Bunty, can you spin the wheel too? Yes.
Is it I think it's yours this time.
All right.
I think.
And we didn't spin the wheel for you, Isabel. You kept telling us to spin it for other people.
That's right.
Is that why you did it? So we wouldn't spin it for you? And you got Justice, so you did not get the lucky card.
Ooh, that's the second time it landed there.
And I'm going to use my Dark Tarot, the so-called Dark Tarot. Excuse me.
These temperature swings are crazy. They're just crazy.
I get cold enough.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the up and down, and I'm feeling a little hoarse today, and I'm sure it's this changing weather.
Okay, the first card is the Queen of Swords. Then it's the reversed Queen of Wands.
Wow, we're getting these doubles with the court cards.
Yeah. And another court card, the upright Knight of Chalices or Cups. So 3 court cards, that's interesting. We have a bouquet. And we have the Sun.
It's going to be interesting. So, with Bunty, is this somebody that have things been going okay? I'm asking because I look at the cards, the 3 cards, and it looks like it's a little bit up, a little bit down. It looks as though, with the Queen of Wands there, you know, I would just suggest to you, don't hold back. Don't hold back. Okay, not at the moment. It's not going well. Don't hold back how you really feel about things, you know, or don't, you know, be yourself as much as you can around this person, because really they have to see you for who you really are, in order, I think, to really decide where they want to go with things. The Knight of Cups, right?
Yes.
I almost feel this could go any which way with this Knight of Cups.
Beyond and off.
Don't you? And especially with the Queen of Swords upright and that Queen of Wands reversed, I'm kind of like thinking in my mind, this person really can't decide how they feel about you.
There seems to be, at times, an extreme drawing together. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Just something that really pulls you together, some extreme chemistry. But then sometimes it's like an anti-chemistry, like you may be fighting or you may be having disagreements, but somehow that still seems to stimulate feelings. I know it sounds weird. I have assumed that it is more likely some sort of romantic or beginning romantic relationship. He says he loves me immensely. But
yeah, it seems like it's off and on, and that he comes and goes. You know what they say about the Knight of Cups, it's the coming or going of a matter connected with love or romance. Now,
but that extreme attraction, disattraction I'm getting from the reversed Queen of Wands, like when you're really together, and when you're not, it's almost like you got to watch out for each other.
And But the odd thing is we've got some really positive cards here.
Those are.
The sun and the bouquet together almost indicates, that something successful could happen here that brings joy. Go ahead.
So you are asking what the next 3 months are, and this is what we're seeing here, is that there are some things that will be really on and off, or maybe compelling back and forth, an anti-attraction like I keep mentioning. But ultimately there does seem to be some sort of brightness in there too in that 3 months.
I think that, what this is saying is success comes right now through the joyful moments you have together, But I feel like there's still going to be this on again, off again nature of this. So I don't know if that means these 3 months is going to be more of the same, but yet you may have more of a sense of pleasure or happiness. Maybe as time goes on, the situation will get a little bit more concrete and more positive. I want to believe that because it's leaning that way a little bit, but those 3 cards, they're so back and forth that...
Well, another thing about it is the impression I get from the Queen of Swords is that other person, he, can be really forceful, not in a physical, aggressive way, but forceful in a test of wills kind of way, just holding to their will. Mm-hmm. You asked if they will travel to see you anytime soon. And I'm going to pull the bottom card just to see if it gives me that clue there. And it's the reversed Six of Cups. So I'm not sure that it's very soon, but I do sort of feel that card signals that something may draw back together, but it may take more time than you want. I don't think it's going to be soon, I guess is what I would say. I'm not sure how long it would be. It could be more than a month, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I see it happening soon, but somebody asked a question like that before, would they see each other? I don't know if it was you. It must have been somebody else. I used my other deck for that. I don't know if I have it nearby. Oh, I do. I have to slide up to get it, though.
I'm wondering, too, with that Six of Cups, if that says that there are things that really...
there might be things holding him back.
Holding him to the past, or holding him to his past decisions, like he feels obligations in a certain way to things in the past.
Now, this is no guarantee of timing. I just want to see what they might say for you in that regard. All right.
It felt like something different, but I'll take your word on it that it's probably his work.
Well...
Oh, dear.
I know. I don't believe that.
No.
But I think what it could indicate is maybe 5 months, because this one says this. I'll let you read that.
Ask again with confidence and certainty of what you want. Time frame is within 4 months.
I kind of feel that 4 to 5 months, maybe some things might shift, which ironically is after this 3-month period passes that we are talking about here. So maybe this idea things will be looking up after 3 months pass.
I think a big part of this too is that when you have a long distance relationship and you both have a certain amount of willpower, it is really hard. And I think it's important for you to remember that you do appeal to him, that there is something there that appeals to him, that you may be doubting that to some degree, but I think it's definitely there, and I just want to reassure you I feel that.
I think there's something there. I don't know why this person is the way that they are, whether they're just afraid of settling down, whether they still want to play the field, but there is something very, very back and forth about their feelings, and they still haven't resolved it.
Right, it could be there's just some thing from the past that bothers them. I don't think it's another person. I sort of think it's just something that is kind of holding their obligation of some sort. I don't know if that's the work thing or what.
All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Hi, Johnny B. I think Violet Lotus said she'll add you to the list. We have a list, so you just walked in and we'll get you on it. All right.
All right.
All right, let's see. Okay, we must be on Angel Rivera, I think.
Who's up?
Okay. And it's my tarot.
But that's what we're here for, Violet.
Oh, now, Violet.
You're
awesome.
welcome, Charisma. And please do come back and keep us informed and ask more questions.
Take care, Charisma.
She's pretty chill.
Charisma, sorry. He's very chill tonight.
I know you are.
He's actually brought me back into my sedate space.
Oh, he helped you realign your astral body with your physical body?
Sure.
That was like when he scratched you. Ah!
You are silly.
Oh, you told me he scratched you. What does Angel Rivera want? If I can have a single card.
And you've got it.
With the Tarot of the Owls.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, even better. I don't have the camera on it.
Well, you know me. I look at the bottom card, right?
Death reversed.
So blame me.
Blame her. Whoa. 10 of Wands. Upright.
Well, that's a kind of a sluggish combination here, Angel Rivera. I think that right now is a period of Spirit is saying, you know, sometimes things get heavy in life and we just have to make it through them. You know, maybe change right now isn't possible because right now you are overburdened with things, you know, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, work, you know, some burdens that you are carrying maybe are blocking change in your life right now. And, you know, I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing because it can't be unless the change, of course, would be the easier burdens. That would be nice. Perhaps that's the point here, is that maybe, you know, you need to make changes and either you're resisting or you're unable to at this time and it's overburdening you. You know, that's a possibility as well here. What do you see?
Well, you know, sometimes death reverse says stagnation, but it
Right.
also means inertia, the inability to move. And maybe this
And
is
why?
saying there are things you really want to clear from yourself, but you can't. This suggests that there's something that's highly obligatory there. There's something you want to get rid of, but you're not going to be able to get rid of until you figure out how to resolve what it is or what it means.
We've had a few cards along this line tonight in that, you know, it's talking about being stuck or blocked. And so whether you yourself are setting... Oh.
I did do the Lenormand. Sorry.
Yeah, why didn't that come out? That could have helped me.
Oh, you got it now. The clouds.
So you have to cut through, it's possible here that you need to, it's not very clear, but you need to cut something back. There needs to be something that you are able to liberate yourself from, free yourself from some of these burdens in order to get moving again. It's like the sick is trying to cut through the confusion, the slowdown, the sluggishness, the heavy load. But it's having problems, It's almost like the blades are dull.
Right, the cards really complement each other well, because the clouds could be the sense of the burdens, the things that you can't see your way through. But the clouds could also just be the kind of inertia forces too that are just sort of not letting you move. You can't see to move, And so this prevents you, or may prevent you, from really being able to cut away those things, to shift those burdens, or to remove them. So you have to figure out what it is.
It's possible that, the clouds are here because it's saying, your mind you will feel more at ease and less stress and tension if you make these cuts. If you are able to find a way to lighten whatever is burdening you right now, whether something is laying heavily on your heart, whether it's something at the workplace, whether it's something else in your life. As soon as you can alleviate that, the stress and anxieties and tensions may ease. So that's what we have for you. Not a very happy one today, Angel, but not a devastating one. It's just saying you're kind of blocked right now, stuck. And once you're able to get through it, either you got to carry that load till it's done, and then you can move on, or you find some ways to lighten that load.
I was going to tell you that,
Victoria!
Violet, I was going to tell you that we can close the list or close it with reservations. So now I know that the next person that comes here will be either
Victoria.
Anthony Divine. I know Victoria's here. Anthony Divine, or somebody.
Look, we went slow today, I admit, and we haven't read for a lot of people yet, so I think
Sweetie,
we're doing okay.
if you want to, you can give us your question, and we'll get to it.
Hi, sweetie.
You're going to have to be, towards the bottom of the list, but we don't want you to wait up all night for us if you don't want to. You could come back and watch it later if you want to leave the question on the list here, or you can wait. It's your preference. Who's next?
It's Violet Ann.
Violet Ann.
Hey, Violet Ann.
Hi, Violet
We
Ann.
will be able to fit a quickie for you, Victoria.
Of course, Victoria. It's happy hours. No, it's not.
We just took a person after you, so of course we're going to take you.
Yeah. Yay.
All right, Violet Ann, good to see you. Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, it's Libra is next. We're sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess you get ahead of the list or we get behind on the list.
I didn't have Libra
Take
on
your
the list.
choice.
Oh, I feel bad.
Okay, option 3. Fire the list taker.
Thank you, Violet.
Some days you're going to just have to learn how to trust the list taker.
And Violet Ann will do that question as soon as we are done with Libra.
What are your dreams telling you? Very good.
Oh, well.
I'm going to use my moon. Oh, do you want to spin too?
No, Libra won a free reading, and she does not get a spin.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay.
And same with Violet Ann coming up next.
Okay. Woohoo! We don't have to do two spins. Woo-hoo.
No, the reason I'm here chuckling is because we're going to do my new idea.
Yes, I thought this would be a good question for that.
What is your dream telling you? I have a 3-card thing for this, so we will try it out on you.
I'm using the Moon Baby Tarot.
That is fine, Mr. O. I'm using the Cupid Lenormand.
It's Kara's fault because Kara said loopy, and I think we're all loopy now.
Yeah, I think, Kara, I'll blame you too. No, I'm not throwing Kara under the bus, Mr.
I will. Okay.
He's a little rascal today.
I am. So who's next? Libra.
Yes.
What do your dreams mean?
So the first card is, interestingly enough, what is the significance? What is the dream trying to tell you? And so, it's a very cheery card here. It is, well, I could look at this two ways because it is a message from the dream. It might be telling you, number one, you need to build a firm foundation for yourself. You need to really start getting your life and goals and everything on solid ground. But also, it could be telling you to enjoy life more. I want to see what the rest of the cards say.
It could be also telling you, too, that this is the time to manifest. That now is a good time for you to start manifesting or to begin manifesting.
Okay.
All right. So the second card?
The second card is, why is this important? What's important here?
The King of Swords.
Here? All right.
Reverse.
So in a sense, with what I was saying about building yourself a firm foundation, this may be saying it's important to you because, you maybe have been making some of the wrong, or maybe, if you look back at things, you might be thinking you've made some wrong choices. And it's time to straighten out what is wrong. To build a firmer foundation, you're going to have to make better choices. You're going to have to make better decisions. You're going to have to not act on just fast and without thinking. You really now need to put some thought behind what you're doing.
What you may be trying to manifest needs a different approach. You need to think about it differently and maybe approach it differently somehow.
And the final card is, oh boy.
What does it mean?
I forgot. I think it's where this is taking you. That's
yes,
it.
It's
so where is things heading? Oh.
Crazy train.
It fits in with exactly what he said and what I said as well. Is that, it's time to think differently. It is time to make better choices and think differently. And you?
Right. No, that's what it is. The dream is saying that being conventional has sort of not really manifested for you, and that you really will have to think out of the box to get what you're trying to get.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination. So basically, again, it was what the dream means to you, what it's trying to tell you, why is it important, or what's the significance, and finally, what this is leading to.
Where it seems to be leading. Okay, Lenormand.
Lenormand.
The moon. The lily.
So, look at your life experience up to this point. What has brought you this far? You've matured, you're coming along, and, this maturity, this new sense of realizing I can't be the same old, or I can't make the same decisions I've been making will lead you, this mature understanding will lead you to success.
Right, and I like the lily here because it reminds me of the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands was like saying, you're going to manifest something, you're going to create something. The lily says it needs to grow. You have to be patient enough to let it grow. And it's like the moon, the moon moves in cycles. So don't expect it to be right away, whatever this is, but water it like a nice little flower and let it grow, breathe some love into it.
So you guys will see more of this reading that I came up with, this 3-card reading, because I think it fits for things like, what does the dream mean to me? What does 111 or the symbols I found on the ground mean to me? What does Lord Krishna message for me? I really do think this kind of fits nicely there. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be trying it again.
All right.
And I hope you like that, Libra.
She does.
All right.
All right.
Violet Ann, you wanted to know how to unblock. What you need to do to unblock yourself?
Okay, that's your deck.
Stay there. Stay there. All right. I think there's a deck I haven't used yet. Okay. Or if I did, used it only once.
What do you need to know to unblock?
All right.
Sorry.
The Seven of Wands upright. The Five of Pentacles upright. The Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page, is upright.
And we have the Book. And Fish.
Wow. All right, well, to unblock yourself. I like some of the keywords on the cards, at least, the courage, the anxiety, you have to release this feeling of, and it's hard. I mean, if you're not where you want to be in life, okay, sure, you're going to feel a lacking, a neediness of sorts, that something is lacking and something is missing. I think the Seven of Wands here is indicating to me that, you have to have courage to face up to whatever is challenging you at this time. Face up to whatever it is that's blocking. What you need to do is be courageous. And maybe with the Prince of Pentacles here, it's saying to be willing to explore new things, new potentials, new possibilities. Don't stay in situations that may feel like they haven't been working for you.
If you are at all thinking that somehow it always seems like you're never getting anywhere, you don't feel like you've made your mark yet, I think that's the Page of Pentacles here, that this feels like you feel like you're always starting, like you're always at the beginning. And maybe you have to figure out how to remove yourself from that feeling. Easier said than done. But the Seven of Roses, I think Banshee's right, that this is somehow really a matter of courage that you find. And how do you find it? I think you have to put yourself in places maybe where you haven't been before. That could be the message of this card, saying, well, if you've been doing all those things in a certain way, and far be it for me to tell you what to do, but I'm going to use the analogy of reading cards. There are people who feel like they could never read cards publicly because of their anxiety or whatever the reason is. But confronting that maybe is a way of unblocking yourself. Whatever, if we're talking about the psychic blocks, then you have to find ways to put yourself in situations where you truly are challenged. Maybe that's not your anxiety. Maybe reading in public isn't your anxiety, but maybe there could be something that represents that.
I like what Mr. O said there too, and I thought you would like that. I thought, I bet that's going to resonate. We're always at the beginning somewhere in our lives, and the bottom line is face up to this. Face up to this. Don't let it don't let it define you. You may feel like you are blocked, but if you approach it with courage and with that open attitude of seeing things for what they really are, sometimes that Seven of Roses talks about standing above the competition, sure. But that Seven of Roses to me could also be about standing up to what's to yourself, standing up to that shadow or those critical things that are blocking you from progressing forward. I'm looking at the fish and the book here, and I could look at two things here. First, number one, have you ever thought of writing a book, of some sort and trying to mass produce it? There could be something there. But also, when I see the fish here and the book, I'm thinking, you know what? There's plenty of things that you can come up with. You just have to open yourself up to exploring the possibilities and to be unafraid to travel in areas and things that you haven't before.
Well, when I'm looking at the fish, and of course there's a lot of fish in the sea, and I'm thinking, so this is about exposure. It's like this is about making sure that as one of the millions of fish in the sea, you find a way to get snagged on a hook more than the other fishes are. Maybe it's writing your own book, or maybe it's being more in charge of your story. It says love story. So, and those are hard things. That just telling you that doesn't give you really a clue on how to do that, but it tells you the idea is that maybe you need to be more exposed somehow. You need to be that fish that stands out in the middle of the ocean. How does that happen? I'm not really sure because we don't know.
Well, and if reading in public is really the problem.
No. Oh, do you say it is? I just use that as a suggestion.
Yeah, she said that there.
Okay.
So if reading in public is what you are struggling with, like you said, the Page of Pentacles would basically tell you practice makes perfect. You may stumble. You're going to stumble. But the more you do it, it's kind of like job interviews. The more of them you do, the more you get to understand what you need to do to try to get that job, So practice makes perfect. And so practice can also help you alleviate some of your anxiety and give you maybe the courage to move forward. Practice more with friends or small groups. If there's a way, I know you work on YouTube, but if there's a way you could do things like we're doing with Tarot Talks, maybe with a small group, a group of friends even, get them together on Zoom or colleagues that you trust in Tarot land even, and practice. It just will make you do much better. I like Zoom in that now, of course, you don't always see everybody face to face, and that's fine that you don't see everybody's face, but a lot of times you do. And I think it's a good way for people to, for you to really practice if, sans being there face to face really.
Well, sometimes there's strength in numbers, and sometimes it's about limited exposure. So when I combine those ideas, I say, if you have any friends or associates who maybe do a similar thing and maybe have a similar goal, maybe if 2 or 3 of you could just find a venue that would say, okay, we'll let you guys read cards, but just read them for 1 hour or a shorter period of time, just with people by your side to sort of have a gestalt feeling, and also, only 55 more minutes. But yeah, whatever it takes, because obviously I think the first times we read publicly, it was a little bit daunting. Now I don't even think about that, but that's
we downright enjoy the face-to-face now too, because for the most part with us so far, people have been really friendly,
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's no sure way, but I would just say practice in any way you can. Even talk out loud to yourself when you do readings. Hey, hell, I do that all the time here.
Read in front of a mirror.
Yeah, exactly. But I wish you luck. I think that...
Oh. This is different. This is really different. But we heard this is really big. People who read on YouTube or wherever, and they do a reading for a celebrity. Not like somebody that they're reading for, but they say I'm reading for...
Yeah, right.
I can't think of...
Tarot Ship does that. There's a few people online who do that. more than a few people. We haven't gotten into that,
It sounds a little bit kooky and interesting.
It does sound interesting. Even at home, another thing to try is to read for characters from books you've read. Read like you're reading to one of the characters in a novel or a character on TV. I think it's kind of fun, and I've done stuff like that too. So, all right, we could talk on and on about that.
We got to get going.
But
Mr. Maurice is waiting.
Look I do think this could have a positive outcome here. I really do. I think you have to think outside the box a little bit yourself here, and in other words, to explore. The book is about research and exploration. So this is saying you need to shake it up a little bit and do some of that. And it might be successful. All right.
Well, this was definitely an interesting conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm in an obviously talky mood. I'm sorry, Violet. Both Violets. Mr. M is up, and also the question is listed. High financial reading for the next 5 weeks. What do the cards say? All right. Thank you. Your cards?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so I will use my Tarot No, I'm going to use the new Golden Dawn.
Okay.
Oh, a tarot meetup group. That could be fun.
I never got involved in it because it was too far away. I didn't want to keep driving, but there was a similar meetup group in the suburban Detroit area. I just never got involved in it. It would have been fun if there was something in my neck of the woods. I'm still alive. I hope so. Are we talking to Victoria's ghost?
Mr. Maurice, your first card is the Queen of Pentacles. Your second card is the King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands. And then the last card is the reversed Six of Wands. So I don't like that last card, of course.
Financial for the next 5 months.
Weeks.
Oh, 5 weeks? Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Sorry, Mr. M. So the Queen of Pentacles indicates that, well, I'd like to think that money might be looking up a little bit. I don't know if this has anything to do with a business or a sideline. With the King of Wands here. But of course we have
the reverse
Six of Wands. And I feel here that might be saying, there might be some modest improvements coming, but you really don't feel that things are where they need to be yet. You don't feel like you're being, that the money is where it needs to be at.
Is there a situation where, and I'm seeing it a little differently, like where maybe the idea of maybe some amount of a raise or financial movement upward is combined with the idea, though, that maybe there's not really a change in the title? It's not what I'm thinking of.
You're just thinking of a lateral move, maybe?
Something like that, where a move doesn't change your position, but somehow changes the amount of money, but not in a super big way. I see it as being more modest, but I think it's based more on the idea of somebody just really looking at you and saying, you're what we want. That I do see some mobility for you maybe in the next 5 weeks, some interest. I don't know if it's really mobility, maybe it's interest, but somebody saying you're kind of the person we want, but we may not have a lot to really offer. This will be more maybe about a material benefit of some sort, but less about a prestige benefit. Does that make sense? Like you don't become a vice president, but you do get a little more money, I know I'm weird here.
I get the feeling that King of Wands, and it's really funny seeing the King of Wands on a horse, you know, instead of on the throne. I'm getting thrown off by that. But I wonder here, too, if this is saying, you know, if you need... I guess what these next 5 weeks is about is maybe more than anything, Mr. M, a little bit more about financial soul searching than actual financial gain. Because I almost feel here with the King of Wands, this card might be saying that you are feeling so much more, you feel you are worth so much more, that your work is worth so much more than what you are getting. And then, you know, the king is kind of looking over towards the queen there, which is about that, you know, the value of your efforts, you know, you really feel you deserve more. And on the other side, we have that Six of Swords and Wands. And that Six of Wands indicates to me that you don't feel like you're being appreciated. You know, you feel like maybe in a sense you're still being taken advantage of. So... this is the first card, I'm sorry.
The Heart. And the Key.
So I really feel here the key is to follow your heart, follow your passions, you know. I think this is getting to be kind of a pivotal point for you where maybe you're going to have to decide you've got to make some major changes in order to bring more financial growth into your life, you know. And so I really feel like there might be some modest money that comes in. That Queen of Swords or Pentacles gives me a little bit of hope of that. But because of that card over there, I'm not seeing it as an overall game changer.
It's here. A limitation. It's like temporary, or it's just not what we're hoping for.
So I really think you're going to have to search your heart and determine the changes you really are going to have to start thinking you need to make in order to get what you really feel you deserve.
Because what I think it really comes down to is what you really want is acclaim, or really being noticed, you know, really being respected for what you do, as well as financial material benefits. And right now, these don't seem to be really moving towards you. So it may be more likely that you'll have to just really get out of the box and really push yourself towards that, because it may not happen where you're at now.
The bottom line is you, to me, are right there smack in the middle of those two other cards. And those two other cards are the issue. Being valued and being financially valued or appreciated, you know, and feeling that you're getting what you deserve. And here, I think this is saying maybe your heart needs to be elsewhere, you know, and that this is going to lead you on a different path.
And that's got to be really rough, because with today's economy, you can't just change on a dime without...
No. Well, that's why you have to soul search it, give it some thought. And, you know, you're going to have to start putting, you're going to have to put some wheels in motion, but nobody wants anybody to lose a job or anything, you know, their livelihood over a dream. You know, just make constructive plans now. I think now's the time to determine maybe that you've gone as far as you're going to be able to go where you are now, and it may be time to look elsewhere.
Remember that your key attributes are that you are very able to find the energy and magnetism you need to relate to people, but you also have that sense of being able to grow and change. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who has a number of talents, and we know you have other talents too. So maybe it's in finding out where they can work together. Maybe not that likely, but it is really about, you know, your raw energy moving there, your charisma, your willpower. Wands are willpower. Good luck, Mr. M.
I'm not sure I totally understand your question, Asal. There might be on your dad. Did something heart surgery? Are you asking if the heart surgery on your dad was successful?
You're welcome, Mr. Maurice. Good luck.
Good luck, Mr. M.
I just thanked him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think that's what Sal's saying.
Okay. All right, then.
I get the Lenormand.
Yeah, I did the key in... Oh, did I put them away? Yep, I see that, Violet. Thank you. So as scatterbrained as we are today, we're doing a live stream tomorrow and Saturday
And Sunday.
and Sunday.
We're crazy.
We're going out with a bang on Super Tarot Love Month, aren't we?
We are. Why?
It's just the way it worked out.
Okay, we're not familiar with that cardiac surgeon. Is he well known over in your country? I do hope, they were successful and that was a good outcome.
Well, it sounds like he had good care. Let's hope for the best here. Well, the first card's the Queen of Wands reversed. Second card is the Three of Cups reversed. They're all reversed.
And that's the Knight of Wands. So I think it's guarded. But I think there's more hope over here with the Lenormand because we have the Rider, which is the news, where things are going. And we have the Star, which is about hope. So I think that although there is some guardedness about his condition, the Queen of Wands, I don't think he's going to be getting up and dancing very soon, if he ever did. The Three of Cups, I think he really needs to monitor dietary concerns, will be very helpful in his rehab. The Knight of Wands reversed, it's kind of like the Queen of Wands. I think this is just saying really he might think he's got some giddy up and go, as we say here. That's in a colloquialism. But he will need to really pace himself and really take care.
I feel like with the Lenormand here, it's indicating that there is some positive news. There may be some positive outcome. At least there is news that will bring hope. Okay? And when I look at those three cards, those three reversals there, I feel like right now there's still not a reason to celebrate, per se, that this is still serious, and that it might just mean that, it's going to be a slower recovery. I feel here with the Knight of Wands reversed that, it's just going to take a little bit more time. Things will be a little bit slower. The Three is just indicating, the Three of Cups is just indicating to me that, we can't celebrate too soon. We have to give it the time it needs to heal. And I feel here that maybe your father's going to have to kind of lay low for a while, and give himself enough time to rest and recover. Now, of course, when I say that, that doesn't mean he does nothing. I'm sure he'll have to do some exercises or some rehab in order to be, get back on his feet again. But I think that he will. It's just going to take a little bit longer. I don't see anything here that's indicating, that the surgery failed per se. But, it's going to take time. And there is good potential here to remain hopeful.
I think there's good potential, but I want to remind you about that reverse Three of Cups, and I feel that what I'm sensing from that is all the other things he can do to take care of his health, whether they're diet or his medicine or anything like that. I think he should definitely pay close attention to some lifestyle changes if they mention them. So good luck. Good luck to your father.
And feel free to ask again, Estelle, because,
Absolutely.
like with health, with a person's health, the tarot cards change, over time. So we could look at this again sometime.
Manasvi Sharma, we are sorry, but we've had to close the list for the evening. We're literally at the end and we have a number of readings to do. We are on again Sunday afternoon if you're able to come back. So you could check us out then. Tomorrow night and Saturday, we're sort of doing special theme focuses where we either just ask about past life love or happy hour on Saturday, positive message. But the list for tonight is closed. We're sorry.
All right.
Okay, so is it Ramandeep? How does Matthew feel?
Okay.
All right.
Your
I'm
deck.
gonna use my dark tarot again.
Well, part of the thing this month, Angel Rivera, was I threw in my tarot talks, which I really should have done in January, but I fell behind and I decided I had to put my foot down on myself and get one out in February.
We were supposed to do past lives first in October, then in November.
Yep, and we procrastinated on that and decided we were not going to pass up the opportunity on Super Tarot Love Month to do it. So we're doing that tomorrow. So tomorrow's show is definitely a theme show. There won't be any questions outside of the past lives readings that we're doing for everybody.
Angel, a few of us gathered. It wasn't really large, but I think it was kind of interesting and it was worthwhile. So we're going to be definitely trying it again.
I played with a little yes/no oracle deck. I talked about books, and what else did I talk about? I forget.
I don't know, but I'm going to
But he's just going to go ahead.
reading. And okay, so there's the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Maybe we should have done 3 aces, eh? And then there is the 3 of Wands upright.
We could not do it for that question.
Okay. Yes, I see what you're saying. And then, Pentacles and Wands. Okay, because this is a wand too. And this is the reverse Knight of Wands. There we go again, Knight of Wands. So how does Matthew feel? What do you got? The Stork, which is being influenced by the Mountain.
The 3 of Wands is the first card?
No, that's the Ace.
Oh, it's the Ace, that's right.
Ace of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Wands upright, and then Knight of Wands reversed.
Okay. Ace of Pentacles is upright? Reversed.
No, it's reversed.
Doggone it.
Wait, it is up. No. That's weird because this 3... That's weird. Oh, I see, because they're double-sided. Got it. Okay, didn't realize that.
Well, I hope you are reading it with the 3 of...
It obviously looks upside down.
So that's reversed. That's
Upright.
upright. That's reversed. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So how does Matthew feel about you?
Well, I thought you were going to start.
Are there possibly things that maybe keep you from really getting to know each other better so that you don't know each other very well? And I don't know if it's like there's distance between you or if there's really a difference in where your goals or your aspirations are in life, that maybe Matthew maybe thinks that you have other plans and they might preclude him, or that you don't have room in a first plan. So I wonder if Matthew thinks that maybe he sort of wants to move closer to you, but he's not sure if he can in some ways. So I think he would like to get to know you better, but he's not sure he can approach you.
The Ace of Pentacles is reversed, so I wonder here if this just seems to be getting off to a really slow kind of start. Or if it hasn't started and if it's going to grow, it may take a bit of work. It may take a little time for it to grow.
Is there anything more about this that's a business association rather than a friendship or anything else? Just wondering.
what's the last card again?
Knight of Wands reversed.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost looks businessy to me in a way, which is funny. But the Knight of Wands reverse could just be talking about, again, how there just seems to be some stagnation here. I just get the feeling that things are not moving. And it might be because, is there a distance factor? Did you ask that
I did
question?
ask that, or I thought that I might have mentioned that.
Well, there's some distance between you that needs to be maybe worked out yet. Maybe if this is the early phases and you really don't know each other well enough yet, maybe that's part of the problem. Is it possible to...
They're just becoming, more acquainted.
Oh, okay. I feel here that it's going to take some time, I think, and some work to get there. The mountains is here too, which makes me think that something is struggling to begin. So take your time with it and don't let little things add up into big problems, That's all, that's just coming to me seeing the mountain here, because it could block, the growth of this relationship. Make sure that, and be patient with each other. I think patience is a key here. Seeing that Knight of Wands reversed, some people, maybe one of you, might want things to move faster than they should, or vice versa. Maybe somebody wants to slow it down.
I wonder if Matthew thinks that maybe you're more ready for the relationship than him, maybe with the Three of Wands there, sort of that sense of, seizing a moment. That's what he's thinking of you. So maybe he doesn't want to disappoint, but I get the feeling like he just wants to move a little slower.
I'm thinking, since it was about how he feels, that it's probably him, that is like debating whether things are moving too fast or slow. Somebody needs to show more patience here. Is it you, or maybe is it him? Is it this person that might be moving too fast? And maybe he wants things to go faster. See, I'm debating that.
Yeah, but the question was, what does he think?
Well, I think he either wants to go fast or slow.
Okay,
I can't decide. I can't decide which. I do feel, though, that...
It's him. And that's fine. Okay, so, yeah, you were right then.
I do feel as though... Don't let this add up into being an obstacle, Just try to take things as they come. Try to be patient with each other. And my advice, looking at some of the...
Oh, he wants to go faster.
Yeah, see? With some of the turbulent cards I'm seeing here is... Maybe it should just be, a nice even pace. Don't go too fast. Get to know each other more. Grow into this relationship. I think with the Ace of Pentacles reversed here, his idea of moving too fast could make this fail.
I don't think that he's a bad person overall.
No.
I do think he's an okay person. Just maybe, he's not as patient as you are.
So take the time to get to know each other. I think, you can overcome these obstacles and something can grow. With patience and, getting to know each other more.
We're reading for Ramandeep because they were in the list before it was closed. The list opened almost 2 hours ago, and Ramandeep came a lot earlier. You only came in the last 10 or 15 minutes, and we had already determined that we have enough on our list.
Yeah, Ramandeep was on our list already. Yeah.
So, and we're sorry about that. We would absolutely like to read for you in the future, so try to come earlier in the show, because then you won't find the list to be closed perhaps.
Yeah, if you come in the last hour or half hour, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard
Sundays,
to say.
For example, are
We're
very busy. So when you come late on a Sunday, you're likely not to get a reading either.
Okay, so Jano, are you up? Do you see me moving into a new house this year? Ooh, let's do that as a straight up yes or no. No?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
yes or no. Because I have an idea after that.
And I hope to see you again, Manasvi Sharma.
Back to the owls, I think. Okay. And I'm counting. Well, it's leaning towards yes. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords.
Was that on the 13th?
Yes. You counted, didn't you?
I was counting.
And we
I
have
couldn't
the
tell
Queen
what it
of
was.
Swords. Reversed.
So it is leaning towards yes. The Queen of Swords may be indicating that your judgment might come to sort of like a do or die, a harsh thing, like you really have to decide to do this now for some reason, maybe. But there's also these Lenormands, the heart,
Wow.
I know, and the ring.
What?
And of course, I think this is saying be committed to find the kind of home you would really love.
Yeah, exactly. I
And
would
so that if
add to that.
if the Queen of Swords is saying that maybe you're looking at things and you're realizing that you really love the house, but there's other things wrong with it, you might want to continue working with it to see if you can arrange a better deal, because you really love that. Or you don't love that. Maybe you're not committed to being in debt for 45 years or whatever it is. So you would rather find something that's more doable.
So definitely with those Lenormand, I can say no more is don't sell yourself short here. Commit yourself to finding a place that you will really love, Now I know that sometimes people are desperate. They have to take a place, They have to settle in somewhere. But, make sure it's not something that's going to make you feel miserable. You want something, you should commit yourself to this. The Queen of Swords is the caution here. The Queen of Swords is saying, don't act rashly out of duress. So in other words, if you have a deadline, if you have to be out of somewhere by a certain deadline, then you better be planning now and looking now, and making sure that you give yourself plenty of time so that you don't choose unwisely.
Two things. Two aces means it's leaning towards us. It doesn't mean it's absolutely positive, so there's always a chance that maybe it won't work out. The other thing is that the Queen of Swords doesn't mean it's a wrong decision or wrong choice. It just means it's kind of a harsher one. Like you may make the choice in goodwill, but maybe, you'll feel some grumbles about it.
Well, Jano, I would not rule out that last thing you've said there at all with that ring and the heart there. So if there is this option to be moving in with somebody you care about, then it definitely looks like a possibility. Maybe that's the way that you'll be able to get a place, is because there'll be two of you working together to find a place. So it sounds very positive to me, whatever the case may be, except for the fact, like I said, make sure you're making a wise choice that you can live with.
All right, Jano.
This is Mom Banshee talking.
Nah.
Or Grandma Banshee.
Hey, our son did really well without much help from us in terms of getting a home. He's a smart cookie. All right, so
but he is a Capricorn,
He is
too.
a Capricorn. Johnny, are you with us? Johnny Blank? You're welcome, Jano.
Johnny, are you still here? I hope you are.
And I'm going to use the Moon Baby. I love this deck, Violet. I really do like it.
Johnny had posted a question earlier, didn't they?
They
may have taken it down, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Had asked, Violet, you're on it. Let's just do it.
What is it?
Johnny had asked if he and his wife or ex-wife are going to get back together again.
I do really like it, Violet. I do. Even the back is like the original, the key on the back.
And does it seem like it's shuffling well with
It's shuffling okay.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten snagged on that one card.
Okay.
So Johnny wants to know if he and his ex are going to get back
that
together.
sounds like a yes/no too, straight up.
Yes. Let's just do a
Let's
straight
do
up
it
yes
because
or no.
Johnny, I don't know if you're still here.
Then we can say, rewind the tape. So don't forget the Lenormand.
Yes, I know, right?
All right, I'm counting. No kidding.
Oh, we're going to have fun. I have some cute little astrology game that I think will be perfect for tarot talks. But, you know, it's going to be more than that eventually. Right now I'm still debating, though, if I want to move to Google instead because I can get a full-up hour there instead of 40 minutes free on Zoom. So that's very appealing to me right now.
I'm going to say that it's leaning towards no. I just want to check, but I think I got it right. It's leaning towards no, though oddly enough, our first card is the Lovers.
Wow.
So that just tells me that maybe Johnny and his wife's relationship has some vacillation between vice and virtue aspects. The other one is the King of Pentacles, and that could be saying that maybe there were problems with handling some of the material aspects of the relationship. Maybe they weren't good with keeping their bills paid or maintaining their household or something like that.
And the one ace that was in the reading was the Ace of Pentacles. You
Again,
know,
pointing
I feel
to maybe monetary
let's
emphasis.
throw these out here because this is an interesting conundrum we have here with these cards. As we have positive cards here, but what does it mean in relation towards a leaning towards no? I agree with Mr. O. I think it's possible here that the ex has moved on or is thinking of moving on. They may have made a choice to move on with their lives. The King of Pentacles reversed here could indicate that, you know, they may be wanting something that they feel they may have felt in this relationship, and there's no reflection on you, by the way, Johnny. It's how a person feels, okay? I'm wondering here if they felt that maybe they weren't getting the attention that they deserved, that you were distracted by other things, you know, whether it's getting together with friends or whether it's a job, whatever the case may be, or education, for example, and they didn't feel like they maybe were getting enough loving care or attention. And I won't rule out the fact that it could have been the material things that some people were worried about, financial ends of things, and they feel now that they have grown past this relationship and are looking towards something new.
I get the feeling that although you did become exes, that you did maintain some level of friendship between each other. Maybe there were children or other reasons to do that, and you were wise to do that. And so I feel that that's what this is that it is possible that maybe you perceived a signal wrongly from her, or you were just curious, But it does look like probably the ex would rather maintain a friendship with you and move on romantically with somebody else if that's possible.
Yeah, like I said, I'm almost wondering if she has moved on, because I feel here there's this, something is growing, into something successful. And when I see that Lover's card over there, it just struck me, because of the nature of the question, that maybe she is thinking of moving on.
So there you have it.
So that's what we have for you. I wish I had better news. And thanks for stopping in anyway. I hope you will come back.
All right. So I think we're on Victoria.
We are on Victoria, I think. Yeah, and then Sweetie.
Victoria.
We're now into a little bit of overtime.
Oh, just a little. Yeah, you can get a spin. Of course.
Oh.
I think Banshee wants to
turn.
spin for you, too.
Well, it's my turn. The Wheel of Fortune. No.
Try again.
You'll have to come back and try again. We're doing this Saturday at happy hour. And Sunday.
Okay, so it's your deck, and I got the Lenormand. I like the Tarot of the Moon Garden. You have that one, don't you?
I do. I like it.
Did we keep it?
Yes.
You didn't give it away,
Oh,
right?
no.
I never see
I
you
like
use it
that
anymore.
one.
I never see you use it.
I used it I thought I used it for a while last summer.
Maybe in the first year I thought you might have used it.
I thought I used it again. Okay.
I
I
do
will
like
bring
that
it
one.
out again. Because in the summertime I like to use fairy and enchanted looking decks. So it'll be coming out. Had you at happy hour? Well, are you thinking of coming to our the love of your past lives show? That's tomorrow night.
Hi, Sunman.
We always have fun with the past life stuff.
Or watch us just spinning a bunch of BS on people.
I love the way he says that. Shame on you.
That it's great BS.
The past lives, they're reach. And so we do our best to try to come up with a great answer.
Already.
Ah. The Tarot of the Owls is on a wish list. It should be on a wish list. It's really, really a nice deck.
I wonder if we'll see the same thing coming up next for Victoria.
All right. Four of Pentacles reversed. And did I miss the question?
What's coming up next?
Oh.
And then she throws out a few
Was
ideas.
Toby. So you've already met the soul from your past life. I see. And the Three of Pentacles is upright. Ooh. Hey, Victoria. I like that shining golden coin there.
Well, you might be getting a little bit of all your suggestions. I don't know, because your first Lenormand is the whip. Whip it good. But it's the heart that goes with it.
Job, career, book, hot guy, take your pick. Well, you know what?
It could be all of them.
I'll take my pick. No. Wow. Holy moly.
I know.
Well, I don't know about this. I'm not so sure. But let's take a look at the job situation here. I almost see you working somewhere, with that Three of Pentacles. If you are not getting a real bona fide job, perhaps you're fine, just, salaried, paid job. Perhaps you're working with somebody, a group of people on a project that could have some dividends, that could pay off here. It's possible here, you may have to make some sacrifices or let something go. That Four of Pentacles there, I'm wondering about that reversed in order to make this happen. But that Ace of Pentacles looks like the beginning of something very positive. It could be a job, career, I feel, or some collaborative arrangement that's really good.
I think it's collaborative, but I think it may ask you to make some sort of investment that would be shared with maybe the other people involved. So you'll want to really think about it just to make sure it is on the up and up.
So now, since you left it so open-ended, those Lenormand to me, I'm wondering if you're due for a sudden heartache of some sort. You know, I don't know if you're seeing anybody right now other than Toby. But it could be that, you know, there could be like something ends as quick as it started, or something that you were hoping was really going to develop into something may not.
I hope it's not that.
I don't think it's the job.
No, I don't.
I really think it's more heart-based, emotional. I think it's something separate.
Right. So, you know, it could be anything from just the parting of ways with a friend, or, you know, a romantic prospect that just doesn't work out right away. Oh, where do I go there with that elbow? Can I move this away?
Well,
So-
I probably should have moved the table more, and then you could have slid more
No, this
over
is me. I
way.
put the table too close. I put it closer than I normally do.
Okay, I'll let you blame yourself.
Hey, baby.
That's so rare. so I say look towards business. Focus on business right now. Who needs more heartache in our lives, right? Right. So I say your best bet right now, and what's coming towards you is potentially some new enterprise or job or project. And it looks good. It looks positive. It looks like it could be a new beginning for you.
I don't think this is necessarily about, you know, some sort of people interaction, but it could very well be about something you really like that just sort of takes a dive south or exits.
Well, I'm going to go with people on that one.
Maybe. Parting from the old one to the new one.
Oh, from the old job to the new one.
Only if you really like the old one more.
It could be, but I keep thinking here, this is the problem. This is leading towards some hurt.
This influences that.
You know, the heart is going to hurt. You know, that's what I'm seeing
Just say no.
here. So I'm sorry, I can't mince words about that. Sometimes the whip, depending on how it all comes about, makes me think that way. So wherever it lands, one side or the other sometimes makes a difference. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. I think job looks great.
Yeah, I think the job prospects are better.
So strike while the iron's hot. Keep throwing those resumes out there. Keep pumping
You're
the
welcome.
book. You never know what'll happen, what'll break.
Sure hope so.
And look for people like even in, you know, your other pursuits that maybe, you know, are people you want to collaborate and do more with, and see if you can't, you know, gel that together. Sweetie, are you here?
They asked their question.
What is
coming with
that's
career
right.
and love?
So they're from a time zone away. What is coming with career and love life? Let's do 2 and 2.
Okay. I think I will use the Tarot of the Ages.
You are welcome. Say hi to Toby.
Sonny would say hi, but he's kind of passed out.
He really is in sleep mode now. I'm grateful. Look at all this room I've got. I've got more room than I know what to do with now.
All the cards are reversed.
Wow. So that's love and career. Love is first, right? Because that is what I
Yeah, I haven't shown them yet. Are you ready?
With career and love life, actually career was first.
Okay.
Career is first. So, well, sweetie, as far as career goes, right now is a time to start making choices, decisions about what it is will truly fulfill you, what it is that you really need career-wise, and, go for it. The King of Cups here is indicating that maybe right now you have been unhappy with things in your career or in your pursuit of a job or career. If that's the case, I feel that emotionally there's some unhappiness relating to, my goodness, it's sunny here. I knew something was hanging on me. So, the King of Cups is indicating you need to kind of just go for the things that really fulfill you. You have that Seven of Cups reversed, and the Seven of Cups reversed is not a bad thing. But what I think it's saying is to go for something that will fulfill you. But also, let's put it this way. Make sure it's not pie in the sky. Make sure it is something that really is a fit for you. And keep trying. Don't allow yourself to be discouraged if you get rejections, which may happen. Just keep trying.
You are probably unhappy with your career as you see it now, and you are hoping to find something different to focus on. You probably are really thinking you want to change your career, and my best advice would be to really go for the thing that you really want to do the most, no matter what anybody tells you, within reason, because it's really about making yourself feel happy, because you really are coming from kind of a sense of unhappiness.
I'm going to do the Lenormand for both of them, so that's for this one. And it's interesting that came up, because that is about making decisions. You are at a crossroads right now, it seems like, as far as where employment goes, or work or career matters go. You are at a crossroads trying to determine what you need to do. And right there, it is saying it's time to really do some, come down to earth a little bit. You may have a lot of ideas of what needs to be done, but it's time to finally come down, and really decide on a course of action, the crossroads. And,
I still think it's a choice that you really like, though.
It has to be.
Regardless of,
I agree.
how you can view it really being successful. It's really what you want to do.
It's really got to be heartfelt. Yeah, no doubt about it. You've got 2 cup cards here, and I think that's very clear. All right, what about love, though?
Okay, so in love, you have the reversed Page of Cups and the Magician. They're both reversed.
I have to throw the Lenormand on this one before we even go there. That would be my advice, Mr. O. Let's see where this is leading us. Oh, look at that. Here.
The Rider, Cupid, who looks like a Cupid, and the Bear.
All right. Do you want to go or me?
Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what, sweetie. This is a little bit of an interesting situation you have here. I don't know if you are with somebody now or if you are looking. But if you are looking, it's possible you might meet someone that really does not get off on the right foot. The Magician is here reversed, and I almost feel that this relationship may fail because this person is not being very honest. They're maybe trying to manipulate you or trick you for some reason, and therefore, you really have to stand your ground for this. I almost feel here that you have to show, the Rider is about messages, but messages can also be how you how you appear to somebody. You have to stand tall and powerful, like, you weren't born yesterday. You can't be taken advantage of, You have to kind of stand your ground and stand up to this and show that in words and actions in this relationship. And I have a feeling this person will just kind of quietly or not, go away because, they aren't getting what they wanted out of it.
Whether this person is right now and you're moving closer or if they're still coming towards you, I agree with Banshee. I don't think they're necessarily the right person. You may get involved, but you won't probably stay involved with them for very long. And I feel that maybe they don't understand themselves enough to know what they want out of a relationship. They may actually have incorrect thoughts about how relationships work and
maybe immature
thoughts about how men and women or whoever relate to each other. So I think Banshee's advice is pretty sound, that you may find that they're not exactly focused on really being in a relationship. Perhaps maybe they think they want it for other reasons, and so they're not really in the relationship. You need to just really be aware of that and understand those signals, because something may pull you in another direction, and it will probably be better when you do.
Now, my next thing is, if you are with somebody right now, or you've broken up with somebody, or, maybe somebody's making overtures to come back, be suspicious a little bit, I feel here that, something may not be on the up and up. I would say sometimes when I see the Magician, and I'm looking at that Page of Cups there, I can't help but wonder if there may be, somebody that's being seen on the side, or, that they may not being truthful about their intent. Maybe that more than anything. So,
That's interesting.
It's a cautionary tale in the love department right now. And it's not very easy street and career either. It's just basically saying it's time to really make a good solid decision and move on it.
Focus yourself towards your change, towards what you
desire. your desired goals in career. Good luck with that.
Thanks for coming, Sulky.
All right. And Violet Lotus, at long last, we're getting done. And I see it's about Uncle Alan.
Huh? Oh, Uncle Alan?
Many vivid dreams.
Yeah, that's interesting. If you can't, put a handle on it, it may be about another life of some sort.
Well, why don't we try that reading, but a little bit
Those are mine.
nuanced. Let me get a deck.
Okay.
And of course, I'm going to read with the owls.
Yeah, a little bit.
It is kind of all over the place, those dreams, but let's see if Uncle Alan can't tie it together. Or if we can't tie it together by looking at it. Oh! See how I got lost in a time zone? The past? All right. The Queen of Swords, upright. Ooh. So cute. I could just stare at these cards all day. The Page of Pentacles, upright.
Boy, we're pulling lots of court cards.
Yeah, we are.
Every reading with every deck.
We are. The Devil, reversed.
Reversed. Okay, you got your reading?
Yeah, so basically, well, did you want to put those out there?
Sure. The Stork. And the Tower. But it's not Tarot's Tower.
Well, they are all over the place in the cards. Well, not so much. I kind of feel here. So what does Uncle Alan think about this dream? What is the significance of the dream? I think Uncle Alan feels as though, you're moving towards a position of more, maybe these dreams are here to hone your abilities to really analyze things. When I think of the Queen of Swords, maybe these dreams are coming to challenge you and how you put things together. Maybe there is a connection, maybe there's not. But maybe Uncle Alan is saying, you should be able to discern this. I hate to throw it back on you, but when I see that Queen of Swords, she's the decider. And maybe Uncle Alan is saying that is you. And so why is this significant? Because it's part of your growing process. It's the Page of Pentacles there, and it's part of learning and growth. And where is this leading you? To greater freedom of freedom of mind. I think sometimes we get so locked and confused by some of the different messages we get. But if you take the time to discern more, you will learn and grow from this, and your mind will be much more open, and liberated to really understand these things as they happen. These things sometimes just rush at you, and it's hard to pull it together. But I think this is leading you to that point where you will be able to do that.
Well, when the devil is present, a lot of times there's chains around the two human victims. And when it's reversed, I think it's saying that you're releasing yourself. And the Page of Pentacles is about finding or being drawn to your mystical vision. And the Queen is the decider. And I think she's saying if you really are pursuing your mystical vision, you have to release these chains. And the chains are things that are more worldly. And so maybe Uncle Alan is saying, things that still hold you to the material world, you have to figure out how to sort of marginalize them in your pursuit of the mystic, to be more grounded in an ungrounded way, so to speak. So that's the new project for you. And maybe what this involves is that maybe you need some sort of form of higher instruction or classes or something like that. Like maybe you have to enroll in something online seminar about, what you're doing, or maybe you have to seek further instruction. It's not that you don't have enough, but you need something more. Maybe Uncle Alan is saying you could benefit from something else.
Well, the Tower is about learning, maybe. It's really about the workplace and corporate stuff. It's also about solitary pursuits. But I wonder here because it is about business. I think this is probably the most challenging part of this reading for me, actually, is these two cards. I almost feel what this is saying is that, you've been flying solo a lot, and maybe this is saying that that's about to change. I wonder here too, now that I'm thinking about it, you have things about birth control, about children, at a funeral for someone's grandfather. Again, that almost involves grandchildren, and I don't know why I keep thinking children is the key. And what does the stork do? The stork brings a child, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm kind of thinking here that a new chapter is opening up for you here, and it may involve opening yourself up to more people. All of these dreams that are coming at from you like that remind me of what happens when you are sitting like we are here and getting all these different readings and all these different energies from people coming at us. Okay? So, you're opening a tarot business, and maybe those dreams are kind of about that. This is what you're going to be facing and learning and growing from in your business. Does that make sense? Because that's kind of what I thought when I looked at that.
Well, I always think of the Page of Pentacles as a child in a way, but a very mystical kind of child who is trying to pierce, mystical secrets and ideas.
So children could be an analogy, a metaphor for, just the people who need, your help. And, we are kind of like nurturers in a way. Sometimes it's tough love nurturing.
But children are dependent on an adult.
But people depend on us for answers or help, or just maybe not so much answers, but to help open their minds so they could see things from different perspectives. And so I just wonder about that. Maybe this is challenging you to really, think more broadly, and also to come up with the solution yourself. It's kind of like, because that's what we got to do here. And some days are definitely easier than others.
I agree.
That's what I've got. It's interesting. This is a time for me where I don't dream much because I can't sleep well. So I'm intrigued by the fact you're getting all these dreams, because this is my like, what do I want to say? Chariot reverse time, where I'm stuck. Anyway. All right. Hey, I think we finished, and it's a half hour past. Oh, my goodness. Well, I have to admit, I was a bit chatty and slow today. I played the role...
Loopy was the word.
I played the role of my partner today, Mr. O. And he kind of played the role of me because, boy, I'll tell you what. I think he was pretty spot on today. Not that you aren't always. But in a different tone. There was something different. You were being the mature person in the room for once.
Oh, that couldn't be true.
Except with Kara. I thought you were being very nasty with Kara.
Nasty? Kara, was I nasty? Come on.
Hey, everybody. I want to thank you all for putting up with us today.
It was great to hang with you, too, Victoria.
We're just happy we're here and we have power. And we hope it stays that way.
We got to check in on our son.
We're going to check in on our son and see if he was successful in getting it restored. So take care, everybody. Hopefully we'll see some of you tomorrow at the Love of Your Past Lives. If not, happy hour. We'll see you soon.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye.